Ram Ram. Welcome to the Wise Stories. My name is Yuvragi and here I am with yet another interesting story with a lovely message. Do listen in. And if you haven't liked, shared or subscribed to my channel, please do so because that will tell you when the new story comes up. So once there was a spider, and this spider comes across a beautiful brand new house. So she finds a room in the house and starts to make her web. So she's weaving her web, very busy, and while she's busy weaving her web, she's halfway done that suddenly she spots a cat who's constantly staring at her. So she asks, "Oh, Miss Cat, what is that? What is it that you stare at?" So the cat replied, I've been thinking, what's the point of making this web in this corner of the room when you will find nothing to eat at all? I think you're going to starve. If I were you, I would make my house in a place where I would get easy access to food. Well, should be on my way. And she went away. Well, the spider thought it made sense what the cat had just told her. So she left her web halfway done and switched and started to make another web right at the window. So while she was busy weaving her web, she was halfway done and she was laboring at it. She spotted a bird just outside the window, perched on a branch, and the bird seemed to be laughing and giggling and mocking her. So she asked, "Hey, Miss Birdie, what are you laughing at?" So the bird replied, "Well, I'm thinking what a fool you are. Who makes a house right at the window? Do you not see the strong breeze that you would be exposed to? Your web will not last a day here. I suggest you make a web somewhere else, otherwise I would be labeling you a fool. Yes, a fool." Oh, the spider didn't want to be called a fool. She decided that the bird's message and bird's advice also made some sense. So she switched the location of her web again. And this time she started to weave her web in an old cupboard that lay in that room. Well, in the cupboard there was this cockroach. And the cockroach was about to go when suddenly he said, "Oh, Miss Spider, why would you choose this place of all places to weave your web? I see you busy, but if you take my advice, I overheard a conversation. The people living in this house are planning to sell this cupboard. Well, what is going to happen to you? I'm also leaving this spot and finding another place to go live. Now you're on your own." And he leaves. The spider had no energy left in her. She had 2 incomplete webs and a third one a quarter done, and she had no place to call home and no web to hunt. And she was scurrying around to find another spot to make her web when she came across an ant. She stopped the ant. Miss Ant, would you please help me? I'm exhausted and hungry and I have no place to call home." So the ant replied, Well, look who's talking. I don't think you want to hear another advice. I saw you not complete your web at the advice of the cat. I saw you leave your web half done on the advice of the bird. And I saw you getting to choose another spot to make your web when the cockroach pointed out that the cupboard was not a good spot. Well, if you would have just stuck around and completed your web, you would have had a place to call home and something to hunt. Well, now you have to face the consequence of your choices. I'm on my way. And she left. And the poor spider had no place to call home and nothing to hunt with, and she had no energy left in her to start again. And with bated breath, she waited her end. Well, it's a very sad story, but with a very strong message. Many of us get swayed by people's advice. Many of us get perturbed and follow the advice of other people, I know they are well meaning advice. However, if sometimes we just stick and just dig our heels and finish what we start, maybe we will reap the benefits of our hard work. So that's a lesson learned for me, because I am